guys, how you doing? We are back.
Hey.
Excuse me.
Oops.
EF2 was on there quick, wasn't it? Oh, probably because you were sitting there in hibernation, wasn't you?
I was waiting in queue, I think.
Sorry, guys. I'm sitting here just chatting with Mrs. G, looking on Facebook.
Yeah, we were just goofing off. Sorry about that.
Oh, Lordy. Yeah, we shut down for the day. Once again, want to say we had a great time at Large Cars and Guitars, too.
We had an amazing time.
It was a killer show.
And thank y'all for any of you that y'all came out. I can't remember everybody's name, but it was so awesome getting to meet everybody and enjoying the show.
I run around like a chicken with my head cut off.
I didn't see G a whole lot during the show.
No, I was busy.
Which is kind of funny.
What we were trying to say earlier on a live is we've got a couple
people were disappointed in us because we didn't cover the music portion of it and
we didn't do a lot of lives.
We didn't do a whole lot of filming, or we didn't do lives. But the thing is, when we do lives, you guys know we get dinged for it. And last time we got dinged on YouTube, they shut us down for 3 weeks. And I get it.
If you were there, you would have seen how busy I was. I mean, there was a lot of people that did come out, that came to see us, and I got to say hi to everybody, but I was, like I said, I was back and forth, and just like a chicken with my head cut off. My feet are killing me.
But we had an amazing time. It was great. You know, Large Cars and Guitars too was a heck of a show. and we're already looking forward to next year.
One of the messages we got, it says, I can't believe as a fan and driver, no one did a live for all the fans and drivers that probably wanted to go, but couldn't. But there's still fans and drivers backing you all in your products and singing, or whatever a live would have, or whatever. A live would have been an appreciation to them for what they do, just because they couldn't make it. But I sure see Facebook flooded with all the lives of everyone and with everyone's products and merchandise. Though I'm sorry, but I've been a driver. I drove for 30 years, and fans always looked out for one another. I thought, rant over. And I went ahead and messaged the feller back and let him know, blame Facebook and YouTube. They won't let me put up video or music. There was music playing the whole time, and that's just,
and you know, it's for good reason.
Large Cars and Guitars, there was music everywhere, and you guys all know last time we went live and we put a bunch of music up and kind of gave the middle finger to what?
Nothing.
What'd I say wrong? Because you're looking at me funny.
I'm just listening.
Oh yeah, she gave me that look on, thinking, what'd I mess up?
Nothing, because I just went over that.
Oh, that's why you're looking at me like. Well, no, I'm reiterating it.
Okay.
Will you leave me alone? Let me do my thing.
I just thought
you're deported.
I thought he's so tired he don't realize.
Somebody call immigration,
I just
please.
Spoke.
Please, somebody call immigration. But anyways, you all know that last time we went live and we were playing a bunch of music, they ended up banning us for 3 weeks. Wasn't able to go live on YouTube for 3 weeks, and we got dinged from Facebook, and it is what it is. So I told the person that, and the person says, wow, that's a good answer. I didn't realize it was a sarcastic, wow, that's a good answer. I just thought they understood. And I said, wish they would let me. I'd be able to put up much more content. Heck, if they'd let me put up music, I could put up all kinds of content.
Well, you know, I understand that the artists that actually, they put their blood, sweat, and tears into performing,
and the writers,
and everything that goes into putting together music, they deserve everything that they get.
Then this person said, yeah, unfortunately, usually there is plenty of videos posted. I'm just saying there's a lot of fans and drivers that would love to go, but for whatever reason, they couldn't. Example, a driver buys $100 worth of merchandise because he's supporting the cause. I thought a video was a great appreciation and support to them. Also showing them they matter. Also is all enjoy your day, Mr. G. And I get you. I mean, I wish I could have just videoed the whole thing. I really do. But it's out of my hands, and you got to understand, it's just out of my hands. I show you every single portion of my life, day by day. But if it involves music or something that Facebook or YouTube won't allow me to put up, I can't show it.
Unfortunately, we play by their rules. Mobo says you can please some of the people some of the time, but can't please all the people all the time. 10-4.
Well, there was another deal that
Gotcha.
really bothered Mrs. G, and it was totally separate than
Hold
this.
on, I'll read
you
it.
got a screenshot.
No, it's on your phone. I did the screenshot.
Oh, you did it on my phone?
Yeah, because you're the one that
she
showed
had to do it on
me.
my phone.
Okay, this was on a completely unrelated
Somebody
post.
else's page.
Nothing about the convoy, or excuse me, the convoy. Nothing about large cars and guitars too. Had nothing to do with the truck show. This person says it's family time. It's spiritual time.
Kind of talk about what the post was. The post was basically saying that the drivers sacrifice a lot of times, and it's it's not all about the money, basically. It's not all about the money, basically.
Yes.
And so that's what the post was about, just saying what drivers kind of go through out here.
And like I said, this one got to me, and I shouldn't let it get to me, but this person says it's family time, it's spiritual time, it takes a physical toll on us. And as far as seeing the country, it's not the fantasy world that you see with Trucker G. There's no time for fairs and visits. It's get this load, deliver, run hard to get the next load. And what burdens me is, you know what? G has started his social media page 4 years ago. It is 4 years old. When G first started driving truck, and we made this decision as husband and wife to get into the trucking industry, we knew the sacrifices and the toll it was going to take on our family life and our togetherness. And everybody's journey is completely different. For that person to make it seem like we're downplaying the hardships that they are, no, it's 32 years now that he's been driving.
No.
And things have kind of went from when he first started driving, being gone 2-3 months, 4 months at a time. And give me a minute, please.
No, I'm gonna kind of update you because you haven't seen the rest of the conversation.
Okay, but the thing is, being gone for months at a time to provide for us, and him missing all the time of our children growing up, and the time of us being together, and me getting a phone call where they found a truck that the reefer was running on it. And I remember this just as crystal clear as can be. I had 2 toddlers at the time, and our oldest daughter was in 2nd grade. And the police officer said, "I'm calling to speak to Gerald Johnson's wife." I said, "That's me." And he says, "Are you sure?" I said, "Yes, Gerald Johnson is my husband. We've been married for a long time now." And, well, ma'am, I'm a state trooper, and I don't even remember what
Michigan.
Yeah, okay. That part eludes me, but I'm a state trooper, and we found your husband's truck, and we cannot find your husband. The reefer is running. There's no signs of him inside the rig. There's no signs of him outside of the rig.
And we found blood.
And like I said, I got 2 toddlers hanging on my legs because at that time, Mook and Bub were little and Laylee was in school. But those things like that, people didn't hear about that because that was at the beginning of his career. And that was before social media. So don't sit there and tell me the journey that we're on now, thus far into the trucking industry, is any different from anyone else's. We all have them sacrifices and the hardships and the trials and tribulations in this industry. They may just be a hair different, but to this point, it has been rough.
Well, like I said, can I catch up now?
Yes, sorry.
Catch you up on the conversation.
I had to get that off my chest.
Well, you might want to hear the rest of the conversation.
Okay.
I commented back to the lady, and I said, "Guess what? You don't realize we take our home time in these places. After 32 years, I've missed just as much, or even more, than most other drivers." She commented back to me and says, "I was only saying you paint a distorted picture of trucking. I drove for 40 years, practically never was there. Was never there. Time for fun. It was hard work." I don't really think this person watches what we do because I don't sugarcoat nothing.
No.
Never said trucking wasn't hard. I've told you all exactly how much I've missed throughout the years. What you're seeing in me is going having fun now that my kids are grown up and Mrs. G's out on the phone or out on the road with me. We call this semi-retirement. We're able to go ahead and take our home time in the places like Large Cars and Guitars too, and any of these other events or family that we go visit. We do it together now. But I went 28 years without doing that, like Mrs. G said. This person just don't realize, don't know me, apparently.
They feel that we didn't go through the same thing that they went through. They feel like that we're showing
all good
the
times.
wrong impression, that everything is rainbows and unicorn farts on the road. But the thing is, it's not. It never has been. You know?
You're going to have good days and bad days. That's just life in general. I don't care if you're a truck driver or not.
But the thing is, you know, there was a lot of years that, you know, G's on the road and busting his rear end, you know, running his butt off to drop one load off and pick up another one just as fast as he can and do it all over again. And send all the money that he made home to take care of me and the kids and the bills at home that were waiting, and sacrifice that home time with us to provide for us. This, you know, now that we've gotten up there in age and we've been in the trucking industry for as long as that we have, not as long as some have, but things have, you know, God has been good to us. We've been very blessed. The trucking industry has provided for our family. And, you know, things have changed throughout the years. He doesn't have to stay out there for months and months at a time without being home to see the kids, because our kids are grown up and they have lives of their own. And I got to come with him, which is the plan from day one, from the, you know, the first time he got in the truck and he left. It's a plan. It was our life plan.
Okay, but on a good note, we had a wonderful time at the truck show. I was a little nervous doing the MCing.
Oh, you were a lot
nervous doing the MCing. How often is it you get to introduce Mr. Aaron Tippin coming out on stage and Tony Justice?
Yes.
And introduce everybody coming out stage. And yeah, I was afraid I was going to botch that up.
He's so nervous. He looked like a little ping pong ball. He'd make it back to the booth and he'd say, "What time is it? What time is it?" I'd tell him what time. Okay, I gotta go. Boom, he has got again.
Well, I'm not usually impressed with celebrities. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm usually not impressed with celebrities, and I wasn't real impressed with Aaron Tippin. Great guy, wonderful guy, humble guy. You couldn't ask for a better man. We met him. They invited us on the bus and got to take a picture with him and stuff. And
we did.
And great guy. But I tell you what, his bass guitar player is the guy that got me. He played for Dr. Hook back in the 70s, played for him for 10 years, and I just thought that was the coolest thing in the world. You know, way back in Dr. Hook's heyday.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that was pretty awesome.
Jennifer Duck said, Did you sign them? Did I sign what, Jennifer?
Johnson Haiti says social media was not around back then, and it was harder to keep in contact with loved ones.
I didn't even have a cell phone back then. Now
live stream makes it easier for family to keep in touch and see what is going on. It also doesn't, whoa, I lost it, show family in fear with them driving in the different weather and seeing accidents like are able to be seen. I remember phone calls like she was talking about. Folks can switch off if they don't like what is being shown.
Oh, Jennifer Duck wants to know, did I sing with him? Heck no. Heck no, I'm not going to ruin that man's music.
Diana says, I want to thank you all for being in the trucking industry.
Well, thank you.
We wouldn't have it any other way. You know, and like I said, everybody's journey in the trucking industry is different. You know, It is. Beverly says, that sounds like that was awesome. Love Aaron Tippin. Marianne says, love your ride in the grocery cart. Yes. Actually, Michelle, Karen, and Lori, they pulled me aside. They said, Miss G, we should go ride in that, all of us. And I thought, you know what, that's great, because that's going to give me a bird's eye view of all these beautiful trucks. We'll have a cool ride, but then I'd give you guys the opportunity to see all the cool trucks that, you know, made it to the truck show. So I was like, yes, twofer.
Beverly wants to know what the continuation of your story was. She wants to know what happened when they found blood.
Sorry about that.
Beverly, it turned out Mr. G kept going back and forth with the guy. You sure
he
was
still convinced that I was not Gerald Johnson's wife. And I said, yes, Gerald Johnson. At the time we lived in Arizona, I said, that's my husband. And he started reading the address and at that time on the license, the social security number was the license number. I said, no, that's not my Gerald Johnson.
In Arizona it was.
That's what I said at the time.
Yeah.
It was the social, yeah, was the driver's license number. I said, no, you have the wrong one. He said that the driver's age, and the driver at the time was like in his 60s. I said, no, sir, that's not my Gerald Johnson.
I was back in my 20s.
And I said, I pray you guys find him safe and all right. I said, but that's not my husband. And I said, now I understand why you kept asking me over and over again. Are you sure he's not your dad? No. It was a scary, scary experience to have someone call me and tell me that. And there's just been so many scary things with being at home. G called me one time. I remember I just woke up. He called me on the phone. He said, the truck is in the ditch. I said, oh my God, are you okay? He said, I'm fine. And then he told me what happened. He had a trainee fall asleep on the wheel.
Yeah.
And he was in the bunk sleeping. And he said, something told me, put the net over myself and buckle it in. He said, normally I don't, but I did. He said, and good thing I did, because he took us off the road right into the ditch.
Fell asleep at the wheel.
He fell asleep on a straightaway. And those are things that, you know, are scary for a wife or a spouse at home to hear. So for that person to say that we are downplaying, you know, the hazards and the trials and tribulations of being on the road, she didn't know us. You know, she don't know what we went through prior to being on social media when it comes to being in the trucking industry. We're just blessed. We're just very blessed.
Frank says, I challenge anyone alive to find this much fun and entertainment for $20. Yeah, it was a good time, wasn't it, Frank?
It was awesome. Pamela says, I happen to love what you bring to us from the road. You inspire me to get out and see this beautiful country. Many jobs keep families apart for long periods of times. Sometimes I didn't see my dad for 6 months, and he wasn't a truck driver. Yeah, I know military families have it, you know, a lot harder than, you know, trucking families. They're gone for a way extended amount of time.
Guys, I'm going to tell you right now, this, like I said, it's as much fun as we had at this truck show here, the Large Cars and Guitars 2. I'm going to give you kind of a sneak peek or a little rumor that I'm hearing. Large Cars and Guitars 3, I have a feeling it's going to be a lot better. So make your plans now. Next March, if you didn't make it this year, be there, because I know plans. I'm going to be.
Beverly says, wow, I bet that was scary. I pray they found that person. I do too, and it was it left a lasting impression.
We still talk
on me.
about it every once in a while. You know, we still hope and pray. I mean, as many years ago that was, I'm sure the gentleman's finally passed away because it's been that long ago. But we still hope and pray that they found him that day and he was able to spend
the rest
decades more with his family.
Paul Smith says, you are correct, G's. People just don't know what your sacrifice and things we miss at home. But Large Cars and Guitars was completely awesome and was the place for us drivers and family to unwind and have fun. Oh, definitely.
I set it up on stage.
That was so cool.
I set it up on stage, and I'll say it again. You know, you hear a lot, you know, the brotherhood and sisterhood is dead in trucking, that it's not the same. I tell you what, if you get to feeling like that, go to one of these truck shows. You'll find the brotherhood and sisterhood in trucking, and you ain't even got to be a trucker. They treat you like family.
Good Cowie says, a message like that should be made in person, face to face, not over a phone. A message like that could give someone a heart attack or stroke or brain aneurysm. The thing was, they were in Michigan, the troopers, and I understand they were trying to notify the family to see if maybe for some reason they had heard from their loved one.
Sherry, I meant to say May. I said March. I meant to say May.
Boaterman says G-Spot seasoning is the bomb. Well, thank you.
Cindy said, what does it cost to go to it? It was $20 a day, or you could get your wristband for $30 for the 2 days. So I mean that's not per person, that's per carload.
And that gets you into the event and everything.
So if you're like Mrs. G's family, that carload that could be 100 people. Bring a big car.
Current firefighter says, I can't thank you all the great trucks out there for what you all do. I got a challenging job, but you got a tough job. Thank you for your service.
Appreciate
Right back
you
at
do.
you, hon.
Like I was saying, Miss G's family, heck, they could fit 100 people in a Honda Civic, and that's just in the trunk.
He's not even joking. Darlene says, Jeff and I had a great time with y'all, G's. Love you both. Love you too, sweetheart.
Like I said, for those that did come out to me, most everybody that came out and came seeing us, they seen how I was just running ragged like a chicken with my head cut off. I kept apologizing. Sweetheart, I wish I had more time to visit. No, you go do your thing, G, and they were very understanding, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it more than you know.
Tammy says, some people are just rude. You can't play music or get kicked off. Just a person who doesn't understand the rules. Sorry, G's, you are fine. People don't own you. Targeted says, good evening, G's. Got some pretty bad news this last week. Looks like I get to rebuild the motor in my big truck.
Oh, no, that's
sweetheart.
That's the worst thing a driver wants to hear. I mean, besides something physically wrong, the motor going bad in your truck.
John Zahedi says, I wish they did something in Northwest Ohio. There are some huge areas to have them. That would be awesome. City Cox says, what does it cost? Okay, you read that one, sorry.
Pat Johnson said you're Tony Justice's sidekick. No, I was just trying to help Tony out. Tony, as much as I was running around like a ping pong ball,
and Misty,
he had a lot on his plate.
They were all just back and forth, back and forth. Debbie says, I can fit lots in my car, too. Helen says, love you, G's. Much love to you. Cheryl says, how many of us will fit in the G-Ride?
There ain't no telling.
Hey, Daniel. Kelly says, I want to see the dogs. They're snoozing away.
Out like a light. I'm afraid to move that because you're going to knock it down.
Yeah, I probably will knock it down. The dogs have not enjoyed the past 2 days.
Well, they enjoyed seeing the people. They're ready for the rest.
Their schedule, they like their schedule, okay? At the end of the day, they eat, they go to the bathroom, and then they sleep for 10 hours. Well, that schedule was all turned upside down. I woke up at 10 o'clock, and when I realized what time it was, I scrambled to get around real quick, and these two pups, they were blinking, moving an inch. Just said, no, Mom, it's too early. It's 10 in the morning. Go back to sleep. Dad's still sleeping. We ain't going nowhere. Just feed us later.
I had one question. Somebody asked, did I win the guitar? No, we took second place.
It was the pretty orange truck.
It was a beautiful. It would have been my vote, to be honest with you.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, but no, we didn't win it. So I'm not. Oh, what I did win? Where's it at?
Right above you.
I did win a guitar. I didn't win the one I was talking about, but I did win a guitar this weekend. And before we get to me showing you the guitar I won, let me tell you, the auction at the truck show was awesome. I tell you what, I shed a little bit of a tear with how generous
everybody was.
The auction for Susan G. Komen raised $45,000,
$42,500 was the last that I heard.
Excuse me. But I did win a guitar. Let me show you.
Thank you, Steve and Amanda. JJ says, "Hi, Mrs. G.
And no, I can't play, but I'm gonna figure it out. Let me tell you."
And I found out that a fellow classmate passed away. I'm so sorry, sweetheart. We'll keep you in our prayers.
You got it upside down. I got it upside down.
Neck.
It's a cigar box guitar.
That's pretty neat.
And on the back,
don't hit me with it, please.
We got it signed by Tony Justice, Long Haul Paul, David Lowry from Bennett Racing, Bennett Family of Companies, and Mr. Bolsonaro himself.
Mm-hmm.
And no, I didn't have Aaron sign it.
Anthony says, I'm so glad that you all had a great time, and thank you for all you do, especially trucking and keeping the shelves stocked. Well, thank you, sweetheart.
I know somebody's going to ask, what did you do? I knew that question would happen. Somebody saying, gonna ask if I had Aaron sign it. No, I didn't have Aaron sign it. I'm not usually a big person on autographs, but with Aaron Tippin, his guys give me the intro that they like being the speech they like the MCs to say. They have MC notes for them, for people to introduce them to come on stage. So they gave me MC notes, and I thought that was kind of cool. So what I did is I did ask Aaron to sign my MC notes, and Tony signed it for me. So that, I think that's pretty cool.
Yep, we got Tony Justice and Aaron Tippin. John Tahiti says, I've been with them a few times now, and they try to talk with everyone that comes out to see them, along with dealing with event stuff and helping anywhere possible. The dogs, the phone, they really don't give themselves time for them. They do more for everyone else, and it will take a toll. So be patient with them.
Thank you, John.
Sandra
I'm
says,
like a little kid. Elvis.
don't break. Jeffrey Bates says, how dare y'all show the positive side of over-the-road trucking. Glad y'all are enjoying yourselves. Hey, Jeff.
We're having a good time, Jeff. Wish you could have been here. I tell you what, we did get some good food, brother.
Oh, yes.
And I was thinking about you when we was eating at a couple of the places. I thought Jeff would love this place.
Dallas County Scratcher says, hello, Trucker G and Mrs. G. Hope all is well and safe travels.
Very good. Thank you.
Mama Patriot says, that's awesome.
I tell you what, I was pretty excited about this because I just think these cigar box guitars are really
They're
cool.
really cool. DF2 says, good to see you Friday. We'll try the G sauce or the G juice.
Right, I appreciate it.
Eric says, G, play some Hendrix on your new guitar.
Yeah, I wish. You give me a music book and kind of a tutorial book to go along with it. So I'm going to play around with it. I don't play guitar.
Tom Hale says, that is cool, Mr. G. Joan says, as a person in remission from cancer, I am grateful for people who give to research. Thank you.
No, we appreciate you.
That
and
was
we'll be praying for you.
so awesome.
Pray that you stay in remission. That's awesome.
Yes. Dr. Pepper Drinker says, woot woot, I'm glad you had a fun time. We did, and we are completely tuckered out.
Joyce said, we missed you in the parade because I was waving my flag for you. Thank you, Joyce. I did have somebody ask me, he said, Gee, are you going out in the convoy? I said, no, actually, I'm going to take this time to try to sit down for a couple minutes. My feet were killing me.
Yeah, and not to mention the fact where they had us park the G-Ride. We had the stage here off at an angle.
It would have been hard. It's hard to get out.
And the G-Ride was parked over here along with several other bobtails, and then we had vendors behind us. So,
but it was actually a truck driver that asked me if I was going out in the convoy. I said, I tell you what, if you want, because he didn't bring his truck, I tell you what, I'll pay the convoy fee if you'd like to take my truck. You're more than welcome to go out.
It was Matt Johnson. He says that was me. James says you can play drums. You do every day on your steering wheel. LOL.
Excuse me. Tim C says y'all having a ball. The girl been laughing her head off, Ernie. Oh, I gotta tell you the little story. I told you that we got to go on the bus and go meet Aaron, right? Aaron Tippin, and Miss G was up there, and we went up there to go take a picture. And the guy that kind of handles all the production and everything, his name is Doug. Really nice guy.
Really cool.
Real cool guy. Well, we're sitting there talking back and forth, and he was talking about how Aaron Tippin could take a selfie better than a teenage girl.
Yeah.
And so the picture we got, it wasn't somebody else. There was plenty of people on the bus to take the picture for us, but no, Aaron likes to do the selfies.
It was cute.
So it was a great picture. We'll post it up for you guys to see. He was like this. He got a selfie with me, Miss G, me, and him.
Michelle Tyler said, we had an awesome time with you guys this weekend. The storms that passed us this weekend, well, they're here now.
Yeah, we caught them earlier.
Matter
of fact, we got a pretty good video. We'll post that later on too.
Darlene says, y'all have a blessed evening and love y'all. Love and prayers for your safety, G's. Thank you, sweetheart. Dr. Pepper Drinker says, also, I think you do a great job of showing us how it is. I understand we can't see every second, and we get it. Keep up the great job. Sherry Beeman says, I'm so glad you both had a wonderful time in the Smokies. We did. And actually, I took video, too, of the fireworks and some still shots. I'll have to put it all together so you can see it. I did not get the grand finale, though, when they all put them all off.
That was about the time. We were on
LX
the
says
bus.
the G's worked their tails off this weekend. Hey, sweetheart.
How you doing, sweetheart? It was
Lori
good.
C.
It was good seeing you.
Frank says, good afternoon, Mr. and Mrs. G. Hope you both are doing well. I've been watching Taco Joe and Josh covering the border. Just wanted to say hello and take care.
See,
Hey, sweetheart.
LX Laura, she came down like right before the event, so we actually had time to
Yes.
go have a meal and
and visit
a
with her
good
for a little
conversation
while.
and visit.
It was awesome, though. But then the most awesome thing is the G-Force members that came out, you know, they exchanged phone numbers. They're going to keep in contact with each other, and I love it.
Yeah, Kelly was
Love it.
asking on Facebook if we were still in Tennessee, and then something else that scrolled real quick
On
me.
Facebook, I don't know.
But
if
we're
I-
not still in Tennessee. We went up north. We went north of Knoxville there, so we're up here in Corbin, Kentucky. And as far as my schedule, I think that's what she was asking. We plan on picking up a load tomorrow out of Berea, and I'm not sure exactly where it's going to go yet.
Tom says, haha, I got my order in for more seasoning and hot sauce and a few other things. I just wish I could have been there so I can get it all from you.
No, thank you. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you. Hilda says, where are you tonight?
Corbin, Kentucky.
Teresa says, you both do a lot of work. A lot. You deserve to have some fun. Tennessee is a beautiful place. You both are awesome and be safe.
That's what I was
Thank
trying to
you.
explain to that lady. Just because you see us go have a good time somewhere doesn't mean you can't either. I mean,
No. You know,
we took our home time there,
we did.
so we don't get to see the grandbabies for even longer because we decided to take those days there.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is, at the beginning of G's trucking career, it was a lot of hard work and a lot of away from us, from the family. We didn't spend time together because he was worried about taking care of us at home. Tammy says, you should enjoy your semi-retirement, and thanks for taking us with you. Well,
We
we
enjoy
love
having
taking
you
you
guys.
guys with us. Eric says, Pam wants to know how the G-Spot sales went. They went amazing. We sold out.
Yes.
Hot sauce sold out first.
I think I
and
got
then
8 bottles left of seasoning.
I actually put a couple bottles away for our personal consumption because we were running low. DF2 says, when did a live video earlier today was people asking you to post video
It
of
was
the
on.
music?
It was on some comments.
He said, YouTube likes to violate our accounts when we do that. Yeah, and that's what we try to explain to them. Glenn says, that's a really good barbecue restaurant there. Or there's a really good barbecue restaurant there if it's still there. Tammy says, how amazing is that? God is good all the time.
All the time.
Kelly says, thank you, Trucker G. Enjoy your night in Kentucky. Roy Strong says, we love watching your videos.
Well, thank you. Guys, I don't think we're going to stay on here too long because I think we're going to just lay down and stretch
Relax.
out. My back's hurting me. I know Mrs. G's back and feet are hurting her.
Yeah.
She worked just as hard as I did. She manned the
The booth.
there,
And then
she
when
had a
he come back,
man's booth at the same time.
and then G would come back for a few minutes. I said, okay, you're here. I got to go feed the dogs and take them out. So
Tag team.
Tim C says the shopping cart was neat. It was awesome. And I'm so glad I got to ride in it. Oh, KR says, hello, G's. The cart ride was fun. It was.
Yvonne, great question, Yvonne. Trucker G, how is your brother? Got a call yesterday.
Yes. He is no longer on the ventilator. He is awake. They have taken the catheter out. They put in a permanent pacemaker, and he is wanting to go home.
Talking and laughing and wanting out of there.
They got him up.
Johnson.
They got him up, and they did like a short walk for him just to get him started. But he's ready. He wants to go home. I want to go home. He keeps telling his wife. She keeps telling him, John, you need to just stay here and listen to the doctors for now.
You have a good night too,
Right.
Daniel.
He is doing great. Thank you guys for all the love and prayers for G's brother. We appreciate him, and the rest of the family does as well.
Sherry says, what is scrolled on my Facebook?
Oh. I don't. I may not have God, it may not come in yet. City Buck says, howdy, daughter-in-law, and I just came in from gathering buds off her redbud tree for more jelly. Want some? I would love some, sweetheart. Hilda says, he blessed me to meet you both. We were blessed to meet you guys.
I enjoyed it.
Eddie says, I really appreciate all the historical places you went to. I never wanted to learn history in high school, but now that I'm older, I appreciate it all.
I enjoyed the view that Hilda took us to go see. That was awesome.
Oh, Eric says, Pam just asked me how to replenish our G-Spot seasoning. What's your website?
TruckerGspot.com.
Sean says, just letting you G's know that your path has touched mine, and I am thankful. Oh, thank you, sweethearts. Debbie says, I'm so glad he's doing so well. We are too, because we didn't think the next morning when we woke up that he was still going to be with us.
It didn't sound promising from the information we were getting.
Roy says, we wish we could afford to fill that shopping cart. That was a big old shopping cart.
Maybe just even the front basket.
Actually, me and the ladies were joking that we wish we could have rode in the front with our feet dangling down.
Oh.
And they were putting little kids up there.
Was they?
Yeah. Tom says, I have a good remedy for back pain. I also have severe back pain. It's a Native American made EMN oil for me. Or email me for it. Duh. Sorry. Anthony says, continue prayers for your brother. Have a great night's rest.
Thank you.
Thank you, hon. Linda says, praise God, he's doing well.
Oh, thank you, Hilda. She said, come back again. We'll go somewhere else.
That would be great, Hilda. Teresa says, that is great news about your brother. Glad he is doing better. We are too. Tim C says, looks fun. Sucks I missed it. Well, you gotta take care of yourself, buddy.
Yes.
Gloria says, everyone is different. I just love people. I don't travel anymore. I'm older into another season of my life. So I wouldn't worry about haters. It's on them.
No, I get you. Guys, we're going to call it a night. We love you.
Yes.
We're going to be lazy for a little bit if you don't mind.
We're going to do like the dogs are doing. And go to bed.
Love you guys.
Love y'all. Bye.
Oh, I'm